Good morning. How are you? I hope you're good. I'm good also. This is Sir Nicholas, and I'll be teaching you natural science grade 8 and 9, and also I'll be teaching you physical science grade 10, 11, and 12. So all I want you to do is to pay attention, listen, um, and learn. You know, you can never learn too much. Every day we live to learn something new. And make sure you like all the videos, comment, subscribe, and so that I'll be uploading a lot of videos helping you so that you can pass at school and get a distinction. Okay, so today I got a lesson for grade 8, and currently we're on term 3. So um I'll be showing you a lot about term 3, but also I'll go back to term 2 and also term 1 so that you can prepare for final exam. So grade 8 students, I got these textbooks which I'll be using. Um, so I got this natural sciences Viva. This one. I got this textbook which I'll be using, helping you on this journey so that you can achieve and pass. It's a good textbook, this one, honestly. It's a very good textbook. And also I got this textbook also. It's platinum. I'm sure at school you use this textbook most of the time or frequently. So it's a very good textbook, this one. Students, you need textbooks to study and read, and so that you can understand how they ask you the questions. Okay, also you need to some study materials outside, like you need to download those study materials which I'll be using in plenty of my videos, and I'll be showing you how you can answer your questions in previous papers and get A plus on your report card. Okay, but anyways, let's get started. Since I already said we're currently on term 3, so on this video I wanted to talk about static electricity. Static electricity. What is static electricity? So we'll just start with from there, and then things will escalate as we move forward, and we'll keep learning. You can never stop learning. Friction and static electricity. So yeah, let's get straight to the video. Energy and change learner guide grade 8. As you can see, we're gonna learn a lot about electrons, atoms, like charges, unlike charges, etc. So static electricity, friction and static electricity. What is it? Friction and static electricity. So let's just start. What is it? Static electricity is the accumulation of electric charges on an object which remains stationary until discharged. Okay, static electricity is the accumulation of electric charges on an object which remains stationary until discharged. Remains which remains stationary until discharged. Static electricity happens when certain materials rub against each other, causing tiny particles called electrons to move from one material to the other. Static electricity happens when certain materials rub against each other, causing tiny particles called electrons to move from one material to the other. Like you already know from maybe previous grade or grade 7 that electrons will move from negative to positive. Okay, and like charges, unlike charges attract, like charges repel. Okay, So how does it work? Okay. A, when you rub two materials like a balloon on your hair or a comb on wool, electrons jump from one to the other. When you rub two materials like a balloon on your hair or a comb on wool, electrons jump from one to another. So the material that loses electrons become positively charged, and the material that gains electrons becomes negatively charged. Okay. um Let me explain this scenario. Let me try to explain this scenario. So this is what is happening. Okay. Like electrons will move from a negatively charged sphere to positively charged sphere. Let's say we got a negatively charged object. We'll say object A and object B. So electrons will move from negative to positive, negative to positive, negative to positive, negative to positive. So this sphere, let's say it has negative 1,6 times 10 to the power 2. This one, it has negative 1,8 times 10 to the power negative 3. So you just check which one has a lot of electrons compared to the other. So electrons will move from a less negatively charged object to more negatively charged object, or less positively charged object to more positively charged object. So I think that's what they're trying to explain. When you rub a balloon with your head, electrons, they jump from one another. So electrons, they cause static electricity. So let's continue. What happens next? So same charges repel. Two negatively charged balloons push away from each other. Opposite charges attract. A charged balloon sticks to a wall because the wall has an opposite charge. Okay. Spark or shock. When too much charge builds up, the electrons jump back, discharge. Okay. When too much charge builds up, when a lot of charges gets in a certain place and they become too much, the electrons jump back, discharge, causing a tiny spark, like when you touch a metal door knob. A shock, like when you pull off a sweater and your hair stands up. So when too much charge builds up, the electrons jump back, causing a tiny spark and a shock. Why does it happen more in dry hair? Moisture in the air usually helps charges escape, but dry air keeps the charges stuck, making shocks stronger. Example: rubbing a balloon on your hair. Electrons move from hair to balloon. Balloon becomes negative, hair becomes positive. Your hair stands up because the strands repel each other, same charges. Okay. The balloon sticks to the wall because opposites attracts. Socks on carpet, then touching metal, electrons build up on you, then zap when they jump up the metal. Okay. Maybe I'm doing too much yapping, getting confused now. Let's look at these pictures. Look at the picture. Look at a paper. You got the ruler, you got the balloon, you got the wall, water, balloon, spray gun. Oh, I see what is happening. This picture is explaining static electricity, electrostatics. So look, there is a electrostatic going on between a paper and a ruler, and there is electrostatic between a balloon and a ruler. Let's say the ruler is it positive or negative? Or the ruler is negatively charged and the paper is positively charged. The balloon is negatively charged and the wall is positively charged. Water, balloon, spray gun. Water is positively charged and the spray gun is negatively charged. When they are modifying cars and all that. And also we got the electroscope. Inside you got negative and positive, negative and positive. Aim is for you to understand that in this topic we talk about negative and positive electrostatics, right? So answer the following questions. Do not write the letters, write answers in full. What happens when two materials rub each other? A. When two materials rub each other, electrons move from one material to the other. B. Materials dissolve. So the correct answer is going to be what? You can comment and tell me what you think there. What happens when two materials rub against each other? Answer is A. Answer has to be A. If a material loses electrons, what charge does it have? Is it A positive or B negative? The answer is negative. When a material loses electrons, it becomes negatively charged, and when a material gains electrons, what? No. Oh, I made a mistake. When a material loses electrons, it becomes positively charged. When a material gains electrons, it becomes negatively charged. You gotta get the correct answers. Okay, the answer is B. A. When a material loses electrons, it becomes positively charged, and when material gains electrons, it becomes negatively charged. Okay, the answer is A. Loses electrons. So what happens when two negatively charged balloons come closer? Two negatively charged, they repel each other or they attract each other? The answer is two negatively charged will repel each other. A. Why does a charged balloon stick to a wall? The wall has an opposite charge. The wall is sticky. The answer is A. Since from this picture you can see that the wall has an opposite charge. You can see the balloon has a negative charge and the wall has a positive charge. So the answer is A. The answer is A. The wall has an opposite charge. What causes a spark when you touch a metal doorknob? Electrons jump back, discharge. The doorknob is hot. Yes, the answer is A. Electrons jump back, discharge. Why are static shocks stronger in dry air? Moisture helps charges escape, by dry air keeps them stuck. Dry air makes them disappear. I would say A. Answer is A. And what is happening on this one? Oh, 7. Electrons transfer from your hair to the balloon, creating static electricity that makes balloon stick. B. Protons transfer from balloon to your hair, causing them to repel each other strongly. Electrons transfer from your hair to the balloon, creating static electricity that makes the balloon stick. I think the answer is A. Excess positive charge on hair. You can see we got a lot of positive charges on your hair, on my hair, on your hair, the one who's watching, and we got excess negative charge on balloon, so they will attract. So you should try rubbing your balloon with your hair and see If you want to do a little experiment, why does hair stand up after rubbing a balloon on it? The hair strands have the same charge and repel each other. The hair becomes heavier. The answer is A. The hair strands have the same charge and repel. No. The answer, the hair becomes heavier. The hair becomes, you can't say the hair has the same charge and repel each other, because we can see that the hair is positively charged and the balloon is negatively charged. So opposite charges attract. What happens when you walk on a carpet and then touch metal? Electrons build up and then discharge, causing a shock. Nothing happens. Yes. 9, answer is A. What is static electricity? Static electricity is the build-up of electric charge from friction. That's the answer. 11, balloon sticking to a wall. All these questions are very important for you to know and learn. They will guide you. You need to go through them. So we're gonna continue. Since I already said about this textbook, which I recommend grade 8 students to like use, platinum. If they don't give you a school, make sure you buy this textbook. It will help you a lot. So friction and static electricity. Friction transfers electrons between objects. You can charge some materials by rubbing them. Friction caused by rubbing materials such as plastic, pegs, and glass with nylon, wool, or silk transfers electrons between the atoms of the two materials. For example, if you rub a plastic ruler with a cloth, the plastic pulls electrons from the cloth. The plastic the plastic ruler gains a negative charge, and the cloth gains a positive charge. Okay, as you can see from this picture, you can see we got positive charges, you can see, from the cloth, and we got negative charges from the ruler. Rubbing does not create a charge but separates the charges that are already there. Okay, friction transfers electrons between objects. Look at this activity. Rub a plastic ruler to investigate the effects of charged objects. So this is a small little practical that you could like do to experiment this topic. As you can see, you will need a plastic ruler or a glass rod, woolen cloth, small pieces of tissues of paper. Method: sprinkle the pieces of tissue paper on the table. Okay, I think it will be very good to do this this little experiment